Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today I got a depressing one for you. It's a depressing recap here, but I think today's title, a couple different names here, but irrational being the first one, and then the second one just being stupidity. So here I am today. I'm down $1,462. So for me, tough pill to swallow. Yesterday was such a great day. I was up I closed the day $3,300, and I guess too much was going through my head because today actually started off as a great day. A lot of momentum, good opportunities, and I was trading well, and then I got to a spot at the very end of the day where I just absolutely screwed myself. So I'm going to show you guys that, show you what happened. But I'm just super frustrated at myself. Today easily could have been an awesome $1,000+ day, and I made one mistake, and it was just absolutely wrecked it to where now I'm negative $1,400, which is a bunch. You know, it's a ton. Anyways, I guess looking at the bright side of things, yesterday's $3,000 gain, you know, helps me get over the hump, and I lost half that today. So I still should have never even gotten close to losing that much today, but it is what it is. It's how trading goes, and I got emotional towards the end and just absolutely wrecked it. So let's show you my performance for today. Here we go. Here's today's performance. I started off once again pretty well. Never went red until the very end of the day on one solid bad trade. I went from 14 bucks all the way up to 1,500 bucks, which is awesome. I could have ended the day up 1,544 bucks, but instead I'm down that amount. I'm down 1,462. Ridiculous. So anyways, let's talk about what I traded. I made way less trades today. Today I took my opportunities, did well, and then would sit back and just wait for the next opportunity instead of forcing things. So I did quite well all throughout the beginning of the day. I was very happy with that performance. I traded Verb, BLIN, CUEN, and what else? I think those two were the main ones. I did get a trade in on HUSA at the very end of the day, which my first trade was horrible on. I lost 200 bucks, but then my next trade on it was great because I made 300 bucks. So 100 bucks on the name, but it was kind of risky. My last trade was actually after hours. So anyways, let's take a quick look at what we got going on. I'm not going to go over Verb. That was just one trade, just a real quick trade. Let's go over BLIN first, and then we'll go back to this one. BLIN. This one is a tricky stock, but it had some opportunity today. So when you're looking at the yearly chart here, this is definitely a former runner. However, it has been declining since the dawn of time here. Just been absolutely downhill, but it's had these random days where it sometimes completely explodes. There was a massive day here back in 2016. Couple days in here that really popped. So we know how we have opportunity, but however, you've got to get in, make your profit, get out, and be safe on it, because if you overstay your welcome, chances are you probably end up red for sure. So here on BLIN, this one started off, and the tricky part about it is that it moves so fast, so quick. So it would move up, go into a halt, and then from there, trade around, had the dramatic sell-off, crossed VWAP, went way down, but then was able to curl later on in the day, go right back up, goes into a halt. It's like, okay, can I trust? I don't think I can trust this thing, but from there, it goes up even further. In one candle, goes right back into a halt again, and then goes even higher. So Lots of volatility here. There was plenty of opportunity. My first trade on it, actually, I got in, went into a halt here, and I got interested after the halt opened up, and I decided to take a dip buy, sell higher. So it was a good move. Overall good trade there. And I don't know, I think I traded it. Let's see if I can find a timestamp for this area. That was what, 1039? Yeah, I did trade it in that area. So let's just show you one trade that I got in. Oh, this was a pretty good one. Okay. 1,000 shares of BLIN at 704. Let's see, that was 1038. Boom, right in here, right in this candle. As it was ripping up, I got in 704 and was able to sell at 722. So up here. So an early sell, but hey, totally worth it. Made some good money on it. I should have held it, waiting for it to go into the halt, because I would have been up huge on that. But still, a great trade there, and you know, got in, got out. And as you can see, if you didn't, if you stuck around too long, it eventually sold off. Now, the good thing about it was it wasn't a super quick sell-off. Like, it was going up very quick. And typically in trading, I find for the most part is that, you know, stocks will go up maybe pretty quick, but on the backside, on the downside, when they're going down, usually they go down way faster. Now, this seemed to be the opposite scenario, except for right here. This was a pretty crazy sell-off right here. But as you can see, it consolidated for quite a while, so I'm sure a lot of people were anticipating maybe a possible break to the high side. Didn't happen. It broke down, and it just started. Now, these were, you know, some big candles in here, but it was a slower sell-off. It was just like this slow bleed. So, you know, maybe you got in here, and I've made the bad mistakes before of just holding and holding and holding, waiting for some kind of a bounce, never get it. And same thing in here, consolidation and just a dramatic sell-off right in there. So very tricky stock. You had to be careful. It had its moves, but you had to get in and out. So that was BLIN. One I had a lot of trouble with today, CUEN. This one, this is where it was irrational. This is today as how irrational it was. Okay, so breaking down this one, excellent move pre-market, huge run up. Had my eyeballs on it, but was cautious. I don't think I traded it until later on, because we had this, you know, sell-off. Sometimes I like to let the market open and have kind of that shakeout to find out, okay, where's this stock moving? Is it going to the upside? Is it going down? And just form some support and resistance so I can, you know, hopefully get in at a better price if I find the opportunity. So anyways, it did sell off for a while and then just ripped up. So huge, massive move here. But then look, you know, anyone hopping in here to the high side instantly got trashed. A big fake out, squeezed hard and went to 925, and then just look at this, just a complete reversal. So, whew. So that's your first set of like completely irrational, like just it going up and then just doing the exact opposite in the next candle. So I knew this one was going to be a threat. At the same time, with that volatility, if you can get in at the right price and then it swings to the upside, you could, you know, make some serious money. But got to be careful on those trades. And right in here on this one today, I was so tempted. We dropped down, then we had this consolidation in this range. And we, as you can see, we had this area of resistance at 870, okay? So as this thing right in here, as it's pulling back, and then I see this candle here, I'm thinking, oh, it might be a good opportunity to hop in for that next leg higher. And I was correct. I actually held off on the trade because it moved so quick, and I didn't find a good spot to get in. But I was kind of anticipating, man, if it breaks that, it's gonna move higher, and it did, but I wasn't in it, which was a good thing here because it ripped for a millisecond all the way up to 889 and then just complete drop. Look at this. 890 all the way down to 771. Irrational, absolutely crazy. This stock was whipping around like nuts. You know, I take that back. Actually, that exact setup that I was just talking about, I actually think I was referring to right in here. But it's the same exact setup where you have a flat area of here of resistance. It breaks it. Okay, that's great, but it complete fake out and then to the downside. So same thing happened here. We got this whole area of consolidation, and let's call it 842. So I'm looking at that going, okay, you know, possibility of breaking that and ripping up. Same exact play. Rips, goes all the way up to 887, and a complete flush. This was the one that is, you know, irrational 2.0. 888 all the way down to 695. You've got to be kidding me. In one candle, that can eat you alive. So what I was thinking on this entire thing, because I want to get to the point here, is I hopped in later on the day for a trade, and I held it way too long. But anyways, with this crazy irrational moves that were taking place, I thought to myself, okay, we've had two of them. We'll even call it three in here. You know, three instances where that happens. Is rushes to the upside and comes back down. I was thinking, okay, this thing is so crazy that we might have that same push to the upside, because we've definitely seen that before. And, you know, recently it's been a hot market to me in the small cap world. And I was kind of anticipating that. I thought, hey, if we get another curl up at some point, it might sell off for a while. But if it curls and it pushes, we might have that instance where it pushes hard, tests this area for a split second, that 888, and just rips up to like 950, 10. I think that's a possibility. And so this whole area in here, I hopped in to rewind for just a sec. I was up $1,500 on the day at this point in time with all my trades. So sitting in a really great spot, $1,500, excellent day. You know, it was half of yesterday, but still great money, right? Sitting green on the day. And anyways, I see this next curl, and I see, oh, okay, we got some strength here. And then it blows past VWAP. So I'm thinking, okay, this could be the moment where we go up and retest that area and possibly blow past it. And I guess I was just way too ambitious on this one. And maybe it was kind of a bit of a pipe dream. I just thought, hey, I don't know, we've had this irrational stuff going on, and I've seen it before where we just rip to the upside and it absolutely goes crazy, and it could put me up huge. So I took the risk, and it was this is where I failed. Is I see it rip here, and I thought, okay, wait for it to pull back, I'll hop in, and hopefully we can get a retest. So let me see if I can find this area for you. Yeah, I averaged down so many different times. So what I did initially, let's see, first buy was at 791 for 600 shares. Okay. And we got in that area, and it started bouncing around in here. I'm thinking, okay, if we break 810, we're off to the races. So I added again at 796, but only 100 shares. So I realized, okay, let me, if it starts moving down, I'm going to just hop in, just grabbing shares, but smaller quantities. I'm not going to do 1,000. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to buy smaller shares. And if it keeps dropping, I'm like, you know, keep adding in with smaller size and then anticipating that next move higher. So from there, I add again 100 shares at 794, still anticipating that break. And from there, we get this drop. I ended up buying again 100 shares at 7 67, then again at 764, then again at 772, and these are all 100 share size, so it's not a very big size for me at all. You know, $600 at a time, honestly not big at all. I've been in way bigger trades, but I was just wanted to accumulate small size, and that was the concept there. I kept doing it. Again, 757, then 718. So as it's moving down here, and then we get to this nasty area where, you know, I thought we had a bit of a retest here. I thought, okay, this might be the moment we try to come back up, hits VWAP, bounces down, and at this point I realized I should have just cut the loss. It would have been a decent sized loss, but it wouldn't have been as bad as what I did today. So accumulating throughout this whole thing and realizing, shit, especially in this area, now we've dropped off, and it's a falling knife at this point. It's going pretty hard, and I'm just thinking, god damn, like, I still think we could get a push, but now it's a real crazy pipe dream, and maybe I'm just being naive. So I kept adding in at different spots: 665, 627, 619, and then my lowest accumulating at 594. So I was kept bringing my price down, which was good, but the thing was, it wasn't big enough because these were all small share size pieces. So like I said, last ad was at 594, and I realized, you know what, we got this nice push here, but it still wasn't enough to continue on. And I realized after hours, I'm gonna have to wait for it. Hopefully we could get a push, but I mean, I should have read the writing on the wall. This thing was just downhill from this point on, even after hours. And now I'm getting even more pissed at myself because now I'm seeing it curl a bit after hours as I speak. Anyways, guys, I had to sell out, and I cut the loss at 574. So right in here. 576, 576. Okay. Just pissed at myself. I had to take, it was practically a $3,000 loss. So I'm up $1,500 on the day, and I take that $3,000 loss. So now I'm sitting at negative $1,400, and I'm getting even more pissed at myself now because I'm seeing this thing start to break even higher, and I'm gonna be real pissed if I see it go all the way back up to VWAP, because my average cost was 741, so it's pretty high up there. I don't know if it'll make it, but this is what you have to do. I mean, you have to cut your losses, and I didn't do it early enough. That was my stupidity move for today. I could have been easily green on the day, nice and high, and I took a massive loss because I got stubborn, and it was, I guess, my ego, and I was just way too ambitious on this thing, thinking it could be irrationally strong. That wasn't the case. Although we're getting a little bit of correction after hours, but who knows? This thing is wicked today. So I want to hear from you guys. Let me know how you traded this one today. If it ate you up, if you're red on the day, or if you're green. Maybe you're solid green on this thing and you're up big because of it. I'd really like to hear from you guys on this one, but that pretty much wraps my day. Actually, let's cover this. HUSA. This is a real quick trade for me, and this was a desperation trade, realizing I was not in a good position with CUEN. So what I did here, towards the end of the day, I see this thing kind of ripping up. I'm thinking, okay, sweet. Let me wait for a pullback. I think it might have another leg in it. Started adding in, I think it was around 270. And then I added again on a bit more of the drop around 260. And we didn't get that other leg. And it just dropped and dropped and dropped. And then we get this dramatic drop. I'm like, are you kidding me? So it was one of those I was just chasing trying to looking for like a redemption trade, and this one just pure emotions. Should not be trading like this. I'm showing you guys my mistakes. I hope you might learn from this, but you have to get in there yourself and trade and figure it out, because until you got real money on the line, sometimes you just don't learn some of the hard lessons you do. And even when you do have money on the line, you sometimes still don't completely learn the lessons, and it's part of trading, but you gotta try to get something from it. And this was my big mistake today. So my second mistake. But anyways, it falls, and I cut the loss, and it was like a $200 loss. It was a stupid move. And right after hours, it just rips. So I see this, I'm like, FOMO. Once again, I'm like, you're kidding me. Like, it just completely takes on that position and goes all the way back up to where it was trading at before. I was like, you're kidding me. So I FOMO'd back into it, and it actually worked out for me. Because I ended up, let's see, getting in at 246 after hours. So I had to put in a manual order. Got in at let's see. I think this was actually right before the market closed. Yeah, so I actually had, no, wait, no. Let's see. Oh, it sold out there. Okay. Oh, correction. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I knew I had another after hours. So here's my after hours order. Got in at 277 right in here. After I see this huge rip, I'm thinking, okay, I could go further. So I hopped in, and ending up selling out at 307. So right in here. So that was a great move. I just saw that strength, that candle come out after hours, and thinking this has potential, even though I really screwed up here. So I'm going in for another trade, and I'm glad I actually did it, because it put me up $300 extra on the day. So I got $100 on the name. Wasn't $100, not much overall, but just helped me get in a better position. So yeah, sold at 307 and called it quits on that one and walked away. I'm glad I did, because it ended up coming down quite hard. And so that was just a quick play at the end of the day, but that's pretty much it, guys. Crazy day. And that's all I got. I want to show you the calendar before I head out here. So show you how, because it is the last day of the month here. This kind of chart, first off, on my performance is disgusting. This risk area that made on that trade with CU and held it, and just held this just bleeding out, was the stupidest thing. And that's just how it goes. Look at all these great trades, and I absolutely threw everything right out the window that last stupid trade. So a lot of stupidity today. Hope you guys get that something from that. But let's look at the calendar before I go here. So on the month, I'm up $8,422. So really great month for me overall, even though I just trashed today. Because of yesterday, I put on some good numbers. I'm up $2,781 for 3 days of trading this week. Now that's pretty solid. And it's all due to this excellent, $3,000 day yesterday. But I can't expect those every single day. That's just not a really good expectation. It's not going to be realistic. Now, as I build my account, maybe that gets to be, I'll have bigger and bigger days, hopefully, where I start making maybe my higher days are, 5,000 or 6,000. I mean, that's what I'm shooting for. But I got to make sure I protect the capital and, protect the capital, because if you start losing capital, you can't trade anymore. And that's the name of the game. So anyways, 8,000 for me is a great month overall. Now I want to pull this day out and put in where I was at before I closed the damn day. $1,500. I was setting up $1,500. That would have put me at 11K on the month. So boy, did I absolutely botch that one today. So I'm kind of disgusted with myself, but overall, I did all right for the month. So 5 red days and 17 green, still pretty good ratios. I need to watch those red days, and of course, I tell you guys, my red days are pretty big. This one was pretty much neutral on Monday, but I'd say 4 significant. Well, this wasn't a bad loss either on Tuesday. 192 bucks isn't that bad, but 400, 1100, and 1400 are kind of rough. So trying to eliminate those. I'm excited though. We got a new month coming up, July. I hope we get some great opportunities. I feel like the market has heated up since May. It felt like May was rough. Lost $1,000 in May. April was up 2,200. March was up 6,000. So just trying to get better, guys. Just trying to get better, and I'm a bit stubborn. I don't always learn immediately from my mistakes. It's part of the trading. It's just how it goes, and sometimes it really helps just taking your sticky notes and writing down what you've done bad lately and focusing on trying to correct those things. That usually helps me, so I might have to do that soon here. But yeah, so that is it. I really hope you guys enjoy your weekend, 4th of July weekend, and a reminder, make sure to Google this, but I'm pretty sure market is closed on Monday in observance of the 4th of July weekend. So I guess we'll see you on Tuesday, but happy Friday to you and happy 4th of July. Hope you guys have an excellent weekend. And hey, make sure to subscribe, like the channel, and make sure to drop in a comment and let me know how you did today on trading. Take care. See you later.